Welcome back to the video blog. Adam Daniel Mezei is my name. PMD for Hire, your producer of marketing and distribution. PMDforhire.com. So let's see. I'm watching a great documentary now. It's called 16 Right, which is I guess the call signal for Van Nuys Airport just north of LA, or actually it would be to the northeast of the city center. It's a nice little community airport. It's in the valley. A lot of stars like to use it, private jets. Basically, I guess you'd call it general aircraft, general aviation. Private jets, Cessnas, things like that. They even have flights to Europe, believe it or not, with customs and clearance. It's a great film. It's done by Brian Terwilliger of Terwilliger Productions, who was very kind to send a couple of screeners and some soundtracks to the good people at filmcourage.com. David Brannon, Karen Warden, my wingmen. Speaking of aviation, in any event, or I'm their wingman, more appropriately stated. I'm going through the documentary now. It's got a nice special features track, one entire CD or DVD of bonus features. Very well done, great production values. A lot of stars, people like the late Sidney Pollack, Lorenzo Lamas, people like that who love to fly are actually getting up online there on the screen, that is, being interviewed. I'm enjoying it thoroughly. I want to give it a real good scrubbing over before I actually do the review for Film Courage. Of course, if you don't know, you can check out a lot of reviews of mine over at filmcourage.com. I've done plenty of them so far. And the last one, of course, I did was Matthew Scott Krentz's Street Ballers, a film that was shot in St. Louis, not St. Louis, Europeans pronounce the S. So that's what I'm working with right now. Very interesting stuff. The Van Nuys Airport was consecrated, or I guess the cornerstone was laid in 1928. It had gone through several iterations. It had gone through a runway extension. It had also been, the name had been switched a couple of times. I think during the war, the United States had, the military had purchased it for military purposes, where they were using it as a takeoff staging ground for sorties over Imperial Japan. But I think at that time it was called Air National Guard Airport, something like that, U.S. Air National Guard Aerodrome. Then the name was changed to the San Fernando Valley Airport, and then finally brought back to Van Nuys Airport. I don't know what the I don't know what the actual airport code is per se, but it is 16 Right, and it's cool. I like flying. I never really was into it. I guess this is related to my passion for riding horses. It just wasn't something that was done at the time. It's never too late, of course. I think Martina Navratilova also really likes the famous Czech or former Czechoslovak dissident tennis star. I was reading one of her books that she wanted to learn how to fly late in her life. So I guess that might be an aspiration for later. But in any event, to let you know what I'm up to here in snowy Toronto, otherwise known as Toronto, which is YYZ on the airport call letters. And if you like my review, of course you can send your independent film or documentary to the good people at Film Courage, and I will take a look at it, and I will of course give it a nice fulsome review. So thanks again for watching. I hope it's not snowing where you're located. If you're in any hot place like San Diego or Miami, anywhere in the Texas Panhandle, or in the Caribbean, or somewhere else like in the Portuguese Isles, in the Antipodes, or in South America, bully for you. Wishing you the very best of things, because Canadians, we know how to take the ice and the cold, and we're all real, the real deal.